Hello, everybody. Good evening, and welcome back to the Dugout Football Channel. It is match week 6 time of the 22-23 EFL Championship season. Now, apologies, a big apologies that I couldn't get a video out for week 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through week 4, and I am also going to go through week 5 as well. And guys, get your predictions down in the comments section for the games going across the bottom of your screen as well. So in week 4, I only got 5 points. No perfect. Actually, I did get one perfect score, which was Burnley against Hull City. So that was for week 4. In week 5, I managed to get 5 points again. Yeah, and Norwich Millwall was my perfect score there. So that was very good. Top scorers for week 4 and week 5. For week 4 was Dylan with 7 points. So very well done, Dylan, for that score of 7 points. And in game week 5, we had Daddy Cole 52 and Reese Gaming Arena both coming away with 8 points. So very well done to you both. Well done to Dylan for week 4, and well done to Reese Gaming Arena and Daddy Cool 52 for week 5. So we are here for week number 6, and as I said, get your score predictions down in the comments as the games are going across the bottom of your screen. So we will start with the Friday night game, and we will start with an absolutely very good game ahead, I think, between these two. Luton Town against Sheffield United. Both of these sides on the back of very good victories in the last game week. Luton Town managed to win by 2-0 away at struggling Swansea. It has to be said. Sheffield United beat Blackburn Rovers by 3-0 and currently sit top of the table as things stand. And I have to say, I predicted Sheffield United to win the Championship, and I haven't even seen them even be disappointing. It has to be said. But Luton, very big win against Swansea, because they did actually lose. If you remember, they actually did go on and lose to Preston the last time at Kenilworth Road. Sheffield United, very good win. 3-0 against Blackburn. Very impressive stuff, wasn't it, for the Blades there. Luton Town have a very good record at Kenilworth Road. Sheffield United are going very well. This is going to be some great game, I think. This is going to be a very impressive game, I think, to watch for sure on Friday evening. I am going to go with the Blades. I think the Blades will go to Kenilworth Road and grind out a 2-1 victory. I just think they will just be too much for Luton Town. But yeah, I'm going to go Luton Town 1, Sheffield United 2. And now we have the Saturday lunchtime game. We have Sunderland against Norwich City. Norwich got a 2-0 win over Millwall. Josh Sargent got the goal there, and I think he got 2, didn't he? He got 2 in that game as well. Sunderland managed to win by a 0-0 at Stoke City. So both sides have started the season pretty well. Sunderland especially, I think, because they are obviously back in the Championship, and I have to say as well, I've been very impressed with Sunderland, the way that they've been playing recently, to grind out a 1-0 win over Stoke. And it's not an easy place to go to, isn't it? The Bet2365 Stadium, as they say. It was a very good victory for Sunderland. Norwich, as I said, 2-0 win over Millwall. Very good performance from the Canaries there. They are out of the Carabao Cup, unfortunately. They did lose penalties to Bournemouth as well. Sunderland haven't had a game this week yet. So I am going to go for Sunderland. I think Sunderland will go and win at home. I think it'll be a very good game. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Sunderland. I think that Sunderland might be able to keep a clean sheet as well. But I think that that big Stadium of Light atmosphere, I think will pull through for the Black Cats. I'm going to go for Sunderland 2, Norwich City 0. And now we have Blackburn Rovers against Stoke City. Blackburn, what's happened to them recently? Back-to-back 3-0 defeats to Reading and Sheffield United. Well, Sheffield United I can understand, but Reading, they're in absolutely dire straits, it has to be said. But no, fair play to Redden for getting that victory as well. Stoke losing 1-0 to Sunderland at the weekend there. The big story, obviously, for Blackburn's side of things is obviously Ben Brereton Diaz. It looks like that he could be leaving the club. Bournemouth, Everton, I think, are another team that are actually in for him as well. So could be an interesting last couple of days of the transfer window. Couldn't it? Especially with Ben Brereton Diaz, who started the season like a house on fire, it has to be said. Stoke City, I don't know with Stoke. I really don't know. They're so inconsistent. I mean, they did, they have actually had an all right start, actually, but they have lost a couple of games in a row. I think they lost to Huddersfield. They lost to Huddersfield, and I think as well they lost to Sunderland. Of course, it is Ewood Park. I think Blackburn will bounce back from those back-to-back 3-0 defeats, and I am going to go for a 2-1 victory to the Rovers. I'm going to go for 2-1 win to Rovers there. Very tricky one to call. Blackpool against Bristol City. Blackpool 3-3 draw with Burnley. Well, I have to say, well done to Blackpool for getting a 3-3 draw against Burnley. Very impressive stuff, it has to be said. They were at one point, I think, 3-1 down, and they did manage to get back to 3-3. Actually, that reminds me that that happened at Newcastle, Manchester City. Manchester City were 3-1 down at one point, and they managed to get back to 3-3. So very well done to Blackpool. Very good draw in the end away at Burnley, wasn't it? Bristol City, they did beat Cardiff by 2-0. Very impressive performance from Bristol City. Oh, this is a really tough one to call because Bristol City are not the best away. Blackpool are all right at home. They are all right at home, aren't they? I'm going to go for a narrow Blackpool win. I'm going to go for a 1-0 victory to Blackpool. I think the Tangerines will go on and score. And I'm going to go for a 1-0 victory to Blackpool. And now we have Cardiff City against Preston North End. Cardiff losing 2-0 to Bristol City. I think that's 5 derby defeats in a row now for Cardiff. Not good form at all. Preston drew 0-0 with Watford. Still haven't conceded a goal, but they have actually only scored 5 goals this season. So there's not many goals when Preston play. Let me just say that. Cardiff are very good at home. They are very good at home. But I've just got a feeling that Preston are going to win this one. I've got a feeling that Preston are going to go to Cardiff and grind out a 1-0 victory against Cardiff. Look, there's not many goals when, as I said, Preston play. So I'm going to go for a 1-0 victory to Preston North End. And don't be surprised if Ben Woodburn, obviously returning to obviously Wales, where he's obviously born, and I think he might score the winner. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to Preston in this one. Huddersfield Town against West Brom. Huddersfield haven't had a game actually recently. Their game against Coventry, their eco was postponed as well. West Brom beat Hull City by 5-2. Very impressive stuff from Steve Bruce's side. What a way to get your first win of the season, wasn't it? It was a very good performance from West Brom. And again, Huddersfield, I just don't know with Huddersfield this season. I know a lot of people have predicted them to struggle, me included. I think they will still get top 10, but they are going to need to get results very soon, I think, as well. But, they haven't had a game recently, so they'll be the more of the fresher of the two teams. But I look at this West Brom side, 5-2 victory over Hull City, which is an amazing result for them. I am actually going to go for the Baggies in this one. I think the Baggies will go to Huddersfield and grind out a 1-0 victory to West Brom. I think it'll be a very close one, but I am going to go for a 1-0 victory to West Brom. Hull City against Coventry. Well, Hull need to bounce back after a 5-2 defeat to West Brom. Coventry haven't had a game last week. Their game against Huddersfield was postponed. You actually hope and you actually hope that there will be now games to go on at the Ricoh Arena, because there's obviously no more Commonwealth Games. Yes, I know there's still rugby going on, but you would obviously hope that they would. You would obviously hope that they would get games on there very, very soon. Hull City, I have to say that, yes, I know they lost 5-2, but at home they've been very, very good. And I think that's going to continue here. I think Hull City are going to win at the KCOM. I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory to Hull City. I think it'll be too strong for Coventry in this one. Middlesbrough against Swansea, two sides who are, well, let's just say, not had the best of games recently. Not the best of form either. Middlesbrough still winless. Swansea have one win all season. Yeah, Middlesbrough, disappointing. They lost 1-0 to Reading, and they're just lacking something up front at the moment. They are really lacking something up front at the moment. It just doesn't seem to be going well for them, does it? Reading, fair play to them, they did manage to get that 1-0 win over Borough. Swansea, just in no form at all. I mean, they were knocked out of the Carabao Cup by Oxford United, and then they go and lose to 2-0 to Luton Town at home. So maybe being away from home is very, very good for Swansea. We shall wait and see. But Middlesbrough, winless. They've not really looked like winning games at the moment. I am actually going to go for them to pile the misery onto Russell Martin's side. I'm going to go for a 2-0 victory to Middlesbrough. I think Middlesbrough will go and win this game. Millwall against Reading. Millwall did lose 2-0 to Norwich. Not too bad a performance it was. I mean, they did have their chances against Norwich. Reading, very good win against Middlesbrough, 1-0. They have actually surprised me a little bit, haven't they? They have actually surprised me a little bit. But this time, they are away from home. And as I have said, they are absolutely pants away from home. So I'm going to go Millwall 3, Reading 0. I think Reading might get a taste of their own medicine after obviously beating Blackburn 3-0. I'm going to go Millwall 3, Reading 0. And now we have two sides who I expect to be probably in the bottom three by the end of the season. Rotherham United against Birmingham City. Rotherham, good 1-1 draw away at QPR. Very good performance there. Birmingham lost 1-0 to Wigan, and that lack of cutting edge again for Birmingham is not good. It's not good at all, is it? And look, it's going to be very, very intriguing to see how well both of these sides do. But Rotherham, their last home game, they beat Reading by 4-0. I don't think they're going to win 4-0, but I do think they are going to win this one. Birmingham City, they started well, but they've kind of lost their way ever so slightly recently. I'm going to go Rotherham 2, Birmingham City 0. I think it'll be a very, very good game between the sides. But I'm going Rotherham 2, Birmingham City 0. And now we have Watford against QPR. Watford did manage to get a 0-0 draw with Preston. QPR did draw 1-1 with Rotherham. It's a London derby, so a very, very interesting game here. Watford are going pretty well under Rob Edwards, aren't they? They certainly are. But it looks, well, actually, Ismaila Sarr, he's a big story for Watford because his move to Aston Villa has fallen through. So it remains to be seen whether somebody does come in for Ismaila Sarr. João Pedro seems to be continuously being linked with Newcastle United as well. So Watford, they do have a few players that are definitely going to be leaving this transfer window, haven't they? But I have to say, QPR have been hit and miss, haven't they? Michael Beale is a good manager. Let me just say that. He is a very good manager, but it just hasn't happened for him so far. And I think Watford are going to win this one. I'm going to go Watford 2, QPR 1. I think it'll be a very, very close one. But Watford to just sneak this one by 2-1. And the last game on Saturday, I think it is Wigan against Burnley. Yeah, both sides. Wigan 1-0 against Birmingham City. Burnley peg back. 3-1 up and 3-3 draw. Very, very disappointing performance from Burnley. But Nathan Taylor got his first 2 goals for the club. Wigan, grinding out a 1-0 win over Birmingham, but a very, very good victory in that one. But Wigan, they are coming against Burnley. This is a really, really tricky one to call. But I am going to go for the Clarets. I'm going to go for a 2-0 victory to Burnley there. So, guys, please get your predictions down in the comment section down below of this this video. I will go for my predictions very, very quickly and see if they differ from yours as well. I'm going Luton Town 1, Sheffield United 2. Sunderland 2, Norwich City 0. Blackburn 2, Stoke 1. Blackpool 1, Bristol City 0. Cardiff 0, Preston North End 1. Huddersfield 0, West Brom 1. Hull City 2, Coventry City 1. Middlesbrough 2, Swansea City 0. Millwall 3, Reading 0. Rotherham 2, Birmingham City 0. Watford 2, QPR 1. And Wigan 0, Burnley 2. Get your predictions down in the comment section. And once again, I do apologize for the lack of videos last week, especially. But coming up on the channel, there will be, obviously, Match Week 7 is definitely a midweek one. So that is something to look forward to. So obviously, keep an eye out for that. Guys, like, share, and subscribe. Once you leave this video, please give it a like. It does help the algorithm. And turn bell notifications on for every upload so you don't miss a single upload that comes on to this channel. But I do appreciate all the support as well. And thank you very much for watching, and I will see you for match week 7. Match week 7 already. Can't believe it. Cannot believe it. Anyway, but get your predictions down in the comments and join in the fun at home. And I'll see you very, very soon. Take care. Bye-bye for now.